The gates of hell. What will happen to the church? The gates of hell are full of greed. They never get enough. So this message, heed. The gates of hell, they want you bad. They prey on the weak and those who are sad. The joy of the Lord, it is your strength to succeed against the gates of hell, whose workers are sly and bent. The gates of hell, they want to swallow alive the church. God promised this would never happen. The church is God's turf. Defeating the church, hell's dream that won't come true. So stay in the safe place on earth that has been built for you. Like Noah and the ark, the doors to the church are wide open now. Don't wait until the rain starts to fall before you take your bow. Peter was in a jail cell. It seemed that his fate was sealed. God sent an angel to break the chain off of Peter's heels. The church was praying, and before they could finish, Peter was there at the door. Little Rhoda heard his voice, thought it was his angel. Her lip fell to the floor. She could not believe her ears. She ran to tell all of the saints. They couldn't believe it either. Even we are surprised at works of faith. Because the gates of hell, they just can't keep a good man down. The priests that God had ordained are sure to receive their crown. God made this promise for the church decades ago. Today we still stand because God's word will never go. It will always abide to the very end. His church will survive the earth. The church will survive through thick and through thin. Jesus concurred with Peter in Matthew chapter 16, verse 13, that he was the Christ. In verse 18, Jesus said, "And upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." God's promises do not return void. When Herod went forth seeking to wreak havoc on some in the church, James ended up dying. This scenario pleased the Jews, so Herod sought more clout and proceeded to kill Peter. But Jesus had already promised Peter that he would have the keys to the kingdom, and the letters that Peter would end up penning had not been penned yet. Thus, we see that Peter's death would not have fit in the divine plan of the church, ultimately being victorious to its predators. Peter's death by Herod could have obstructed the future of Jesus' church. The church prayed, the Lord sent an angel Peter's way, Peter escaped death, the church continued to grow. All of these events keep in line with God's promise that the gates of hell will never prevail against the church. Men in various times and generations have sought to destroy the Lord's church, but before that will ever occur, their efforts always come to naught. Be encouraged, brothers and sisters. The gates of hell will never prevail against the church. For this full discourse and the sermon topic that it was derived from, please log in to ameenahkegler.wixsite.com/website and just go to the forums tab under the icon spiritual thoughts and walk. Blessings.